Hi ConnleyClan fam! So one of our favorite little Texas towns, and I mean like absolute favorite, is Rockport. And Sean's been there a few times, but I have not gone. It's probably been like 5 months. And so today I thought we would take you to Rockport. So one of the reasons we go to Rockport is because they have a dump there, and we were having problems. There's only one company that comes out here for trash, and we were having problems with them because trying to stop and start it as we were coming and going, and we would have to pay for 3 months in advance, and then they wouldn't give us a credit. So we thought, you know what, we're just going to take our trash to the dump ourselves. So we have our van all loaded up, and it does still have our trailer on it because that is what we were taking to Omaha. So we have our trash in the back of that trailer, and we are going to take it to the dump, and then hopefully everybody is going. So we're loading up all the kids, and then Sean and I, and we're all going to take a trip to Rockport because it is one of our favorite places to go. And I know some of the kids have been there with Sean when he did a couple other trash runs, but like I said, I have not gone. And so and the last few times we went to the beach, we went to Padre Island instead of Rockport because during the summer, the beach at Rockport, the water is so hot because it's a bay, and then the water at Padre Island is cooler because it's actually coming in from the Gulf. And so so during the summer, a lot of times we will go to Padre Island instead, but during times like this, if we want to go to the beach, we always go to Rockport because we know that that water is a little bit warmer. So I don't know what kind of adventure we're going to take today. We're going to hop in the car, we're going to take our trash, and then we're just going to see where the day takes us. We're at Rockport Beach, and the kids are so excited they're jumping up and down. They love coming here. Let's go see what the ocean looks like.
So much
Jelly, yeah, there's probably a bunch of jellyfish. Oh no, Christian, right into the water.
It
seemed like a jellyfish to me.
No,
Ooh, look at that thing.
it's like, what is it like?
It's weird. It looks like a big, huge, yeah, it does look like jelly. That's big though. That's probably the biggest one we've seen.
Actually, no.
Usually they're buried in sand.
But when you weren't here, there's like some like this big.
Oh, when you came here last time?
Huge, yeah.
Wow.
I got a plan.
Yeah, they're everywhere last time.
I have a plan, Rosie.
Whoa. Wait, where? One?
Right there in the water.
We want to take a...
Christian, did you put your hands in?
I see. Oh, here.
Where is it?
Right there.
Oh, there it is. You can, yeah,
Right in the water.
with your waders.
Above your...
No, she's on the perfect sand, Rosie.
Ta-da. I feel nothing wet in my feet. Get out!
She's the jellyfish. Back over here.
Get out, Bonnie!
Did she get in the water? Isabella wants to turn to film, so she's gonna take it from here, guys. We're gonna go all the way over there. Crazy. Whatever finds. Ooh, that's a fish.
Looks like a pelican ate it.
John found this beautiful. Nice.
Let's go fish.
Little.
Oh, look at that one.
It's a sea monster.
I want that one. That's mine.
Where? Still on
nice that is. So nice. So let's get in the van.
Here's the harbor at Rockport. We always like driving through and checking out all the boats. Oh, look at, there's the Grinch up there on that one. Just kind of neat to see what's out there and what's for sale, and Sean really wants to get a boat one of these days. Oh, look at that one's for sale. This one that we need right there. A real big one. With the big cabin on the inside. Here's the house that we stayed in last January. Oh, looks like they've got somebody staying there. That is what started our whole adventure of looking for land in Texas. Well, the Rockport trip, although it was fun and we were able to go see the ocean and I really had a good time, one of these times I'm going to go into those shops because those shops look so cool, and I've been saying that since the very first time we went to Rockport, which has been like 3 years ago, and I still have never gone into the shops. I'm going to have to make like a special trip because I know Sean doesn't really like shopping, and the boys probably don't want to go. I know the girls want to go with me though, so maybe we'll have to make a special trip there. So today, while we were there, the dump was closed. It's supposed to be open, like they're closed on Sundays and Mondays, but then they're open Tuesday through Saturday. And today is actually Wednesday, but they were still closed. So they had a big sign up that said transfer station closed today. So I don't know what that was about, but that was a long trip. We went there just specifically to take our trash, and then we couldn't. So we brought it all back with us. So we're gonna have to make another trip there. While we were in Rockport, I got a phone call from my friend Ellie, who lives right down the street from us. And so yesterday, it was last night, we have some neighbors that live probably a half a mile down the road. And maybe it's a little bit farther than a half a mile, but they were doing a burn. They were burning some things. And these burns can get out of control so fast if you're not watching them. And they must have been burning a little too close to some of their trees, because one of their trees caught on fire, and the whole tree went up in flames last night. And then I don't know exactly what happened. I know that they left this morning. I'm assuming they must have went to work. And these are neighbors that we don't know them, but they must have went to work and thought, I guess, everything was out. I don't know. But it caught back on fire, and it got all the way up to the road, I guess, and they had to have the firemen come out and put the fire out and everything. And this was all while we were in Rockport. So it was crazy. And we can actually see their property is like, let's see, I'll come over here. They are like right over here. And I don't know, let me see. They're like, there's a black car right there, and that's their land. And if you can see, so that's where the fire was last night. It was down over there. And then you can see there's smoke in the air there. And that is actually another fire that on our way, went into town, you know, on our way back from Rockport. We go through town. And we stopped like the post office and stopped at HEB and grabbed a few things. And we saw all this smoke and we thought, oh no, did it catch back on fire again? And it wasn't, it was across the road from, or across the highway. And oh my gosh, theirs got completely out of control. So people are trying to burn right now, but it's so dry because there's so many dead leaves on the ground, and I think things are just catching and getting way out of control. So anyways, here is what the neighbor's house looks like. We drove by and caught it, and you can't really see much. You can see that they had burns, and there were a couple burn piles, but you can't really tell very much now. Although last night you could see the whole tree lit up on fire. So, okay, I want to tell you guys, I wanted to share with you because we have not shared this yet. So, we had been talking back in, I want to say like last maybe April or May maybe, about getting this lot next to us because we really wanted to have both lots. And we bought 25, it was listed as 25, and then we have 24 next to us. And then our friends, Laser and Esther, they live over on 23. So we kept saying to ourselves, okay, we can't. You know, we have the Omaha house, and then we were talking about keeping the Omaha house maybe, and then just having both houses. But then the more we're here, the more we wanted animals. And so we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do. And we just went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Well, last September, October, maybe October, must have been last October, so just this last October, we decided to take the plunge and to buy the lot next to us. And so we had said back in like April or May or whatever it was, we're gonna wait it out. And if that lot is still there at the end of the year, then when, you know, we're getting closer and closer to the adoption, then we will go ahead and get it. And Sean's like, there's no way that lot it's never going to be available then. And the lots kept going, and we kept watching them sell and watching them sell. We'd watch like almost every day because we really wanted it, but we weren't sure about spending the money, and you know, it really makes finances tight, and we didn't really want to do that. But then we kept talking about it, like we're like, well, we don't want to lose it, and you know, we're gonna have like another whatever 6 months to a year of paying for an Omaha house. We could at that point get rid of it. Do we want to lose this lot that, you know, we could have for the rest of our lives because of 6 months or a year? And oh my gosh, it was a struggle. Like we just mentally went back and forth, and Sean and I talked about it, and we kept saying no, and then we would talk about it again. We'd be like, oh, but we really want it. And then oh my gosh, so we went back and forth for months, and in October it was still available. And if you can believe it, it was the only lot left, the only one left out of all of the lots here, except for they do have a couple like really huge lots at the end down here that are like 60 acres and 80 acres or something like that. But other than those two really large, and those are just hunting ground only, or for like cattle and stuff, the only lot out of the ones that you can build on, 24 was the only one left, and was still left at the end of the year. And we're like, okay, maybe it was actually meant for us. Maybe this lot was meant to be ours. And so we did it, guys. So when we originally bought this lot, we bought 25, it was 10 acres. And we ended up going ahead and getting the lot next to us, 24. So now we have 20 acres. And so we have been working it. That is actually in the back. I don't know if, you know, some of you that have been watching for a while, you might have realized that we were in the lot next to us when we were digging our pond, because that is actually on 24. So here is our house right here. And then our backyard, and then our tiny house. And then right next to our tiny house over here, that was our lot line. Like right next to our tiny house was our lot line. This water right here was kind of halfway in between us and the other lot. And but we ended up buying all of this, and yeah, so So this is now ours, and it is nice because we do have all this land between us and a neighbor, and then of course it goes all the way back into the trees, and that is where they were putting in the fence. What was that, a month and a half ago? They were putting our fence back there along the lot line of 24, and then we have the fence we're getting ready to put in over here that is on the line of 25 and 26. So we do now have 20 acres. I know I've had a few people ask me how much land we have, and we weren't quite ready to talk about it, but now I know Sean had mentioned selling our Omaha house or getting the Omaha house ready to sell, and we have decided that the Omaha house is getting sold, and we will be moving here onto our farm full-time once Logan is adopted. Now, I've had several people ask me about Logan too, and I did talk about him at the end of our story video, but I know that was a long video, and if you didn't catch all of that video, you probably didn't hear what's going on. So he has a termination trial at the end of this month, and we are hoping then the decision will be made shortly after that. I guess they have maybe 6 weeks to decide. We already kind of know what's going to happen. We just need the judge to actually put it down officially on court documents, and so then after termination happens, they can request a home study from Nebraska, and then they can do the home study, which that shouldn't be too hard. We actually already have a home study that was done for Christian. It is less than 2 years old, I believe, less than 2 years old. And so they might be able to use that one. At least they can use everything from that one and then add Logan to it, I'm pretty sure. So that will happen, and then once the home study is done, they will send that off to Iowa. We already have our adoption worker assigned, which is the same one as Christian's. So we've had a lot of the same people on our case for Logan that were for Christian, which is nice because then they know you and they know your family and they know everything, about what's going on, because they have worked with you before. So that's really nice to have it that way. And then let's see what happens then. The adoption worker then fills out all the paperwork and gets it all put together, and we've requested like all the records we need, and they've done the birth certificate and the social security stuff, and all that's ready. Now with Christian, that stuff was not ready yet, and it did take us quite a while to get from termination to adoption. We're hoping and praying that it will be faster this time, because we already have all that stuff ready, and hopefully she'll be able to just fill out the paperwork and apply for an adoption date. And then of course, his attorney, his GAL, has to, oh actually no, it's not his GAL. We would have an adoption attorney, which we've already talked to her too, and I asked her if she was the one that did Christian's, and I asked her to do Logan's, and she said yes. So I should probably reach out to her, because I'll get her in the loop then, and that way she could probably start paperwork then once everything's official, as far as termination and home study and stuff. So there's so much to do. It's such a process. There's so much that goes into it, and so I'm trying to keep it straight in my head sometimes, and I feel like there's so much going on that keeping everything straight all the time is really hard, which is why I have my notepad on my phone that I use a lot, because that helps keep things straight in my head. But sometimes there's just so much. So anyways, we are hoping, as far as a date, we are hoping April-ish, May-ish, maybe, for an adoption date, and then we could officially move to Texas once he is finally adopted. But like I said, that probably won't be for another 4 or 5 months, and it does seem like that takes forever. I mean, it really does take forever. We thought maybe it'd move a little faster this time, and it hasn't. So that is the plan right now. We are planning on being in Texas full-time as soon as Logan is adopted, and we are hoping that that will be sometime early summer.
I have a secret hideout. You guys want to know where it is? Don't tell anyone. Come on.
Where you going?
To my secret hideout. It's so cute. You can't even see it right now.
Okay. You guys can't see it. It's in here. Don't go in there. I'll just show you. You can't.
Let's see if I can get in there.
It's kind of like a horse. You can say, yeah, baby. Yeah, that's her name. I told you, Mom, someday we'll tell our name is pretty safe. Now, say when I get down. If you ain't a horse, you need a very tall ladder. You like it? Don't tell anyone.
Kids are helping Dad out. He is dragging the barn floor to smooth it out a little bit. It was pretty bad, pretty bumpy. So nice to have helpers. Christian, are you helping?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, Connelly Clan family, it has been a busy day. We are going to make dinner. We're just having pizza tonight. Sounded easy. I haven't done my big grocery shopping yet, and I need to. But I don't have everything in my cart yet. So I'm gonna finish that up, so hopefully we can order some groceries maybe tomorrow. My house is like so cluttered right now. I feel like every time I clean it, like an hour later, it's just cluttered again. And so maybe that should have been one of my resolutions, or one of my goals, is making sure the kids pick up after themselves more often, because it has been a struggle. So we're going to get the house picked up the rest of this week. Tomorrow is Thursday, then there's Friday, so hopefully we can get the house picked up and organized and back to the way that I love it. I really want to clean the carpets, so I'm hoping I can get that done too. If not tomorrow or Friday, then definitely I will do that this weekend, because they really need cleaned after the rain and the mud and, you know, the leaves and everything getting ground in. Yeah. So we're gonna have some dinner tonight, enjoy the beautiful sunset like we always do, and wake up tomorrow hopefully refreshed and ready for a new day. But we will see you guys next time. Bye.